A question that I get all the time from people, especially web developers and people like that, is why should I work with you guys? Why would I want a white label company at all? You know, they'll say things like, I've been a WordPress developer for 10 years. I do really good work. Why on earth would I want to change my business model? And my answer is, you're going to scale into a brick wall. And if you haven't already, you're probably not very good at what you do. And then my answer, why do I say that? I say that because if you're good at what you do and you're a web developer, you're going to quickly get to a point where you can't take on any more clients. And it's a good place to be in a sense, but it's a place where you've capped out your income. You're cratered, or you've hit the ceiling and you aren't going beyond it. It isn't made of glass. You are not going beyond that ceiling because you reach a point where servicing clients takes up so much time that sales and marketing take a back seat. And at that point, you will work and you're going to bump up against the ceiling and bump and bump and bump. And you're never really going to get ahead because you really can't add 20 clients to your business without completely overwhelming it. Then you get to the point where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to have to hire employees. So you add more employees. That adds more overhead. And then you get more sales, and that covers the extra employees. But then it adds more overhead again because you reach this point of, it's like a zero-sum game, right? It's a rock and a hard place every direction where, more sales is just going to create more responsibility and more burden. The thing to do at that point is to find a white label service provider. Find a business that you can offload the business to, all the fulfillment, and then you can just focus on sales and marketing. Now, our motto for 10 years here at Rocket Driver has been, you sell, we do all the work. And that's because it's what we do. We are the fulfillment center. And unlike many companies in the industry, and I'm not knocking any individual company, I'd never do that. But many companies in the industry do not have any type of involvement whatsoever in their partners' business models at all. They operate like Soviet soup kitchens, right? You show up, you have a project, here you go. You don't get marketing, you don't get support, you don't get training. Forget training for your salespeople. You don't get anything other than a very cold, sterile fulfillment operation with very questionable support most of the time and very dodgy communications. Communications are a major problem with many white label service providers, and there's a lot of reasons for that I won't go into in this video. But the point is that you have to pick a white label service provider that's willing to work with you on your business, work with you on the growth strategy that needs to follow that transition. You can't simply dump the business model that built you to the point you're at and expect like, oh, well, it's all going to be an easy transition, because it's not. You're going to transition into a brick wall, especially if you dramatically change your business model. You have to change expectations of clients. You have to change a lot of things unless you have a company like us that's willing to work with you on actually improving all the areas of concern at your business. Many of our services, the new services we're coming out with now, are all managed services, meaning that you sell, you get the sale, we get on the phone and we actually call the client. We go through setup with the client. We give them the bespoke, hands-on, straightforward onboarding that they need to be successful. We deliver the analytics. They have an analytics dashboard. They can log in there. You can show them the analytics. They can see the analytics for many of our services. The point is, we embed ourselves in your business model as much as we can without being invasive. And of course, we have no retail division at all at Rocket Driver. We never go behind your back and go to your clients ever. You will not find a single instance of that over 10 years and thousands of clients. We have never done something like that. That is not true for certain companies. When you're working with white label service providers, you need to do your due diligence. Now, I've written about this and I've said some different things, but my overarching point to you is you have a decision to make. If you're a web developer, you're running an agency. Are you going to be a developer, or are you going to be a sales organization? The sales organization is, of course, the more financially lucrative road to go down, but it's a road that must be tread carefully. We're there to help you. Check us out.